Yo, this is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. Let's talk about the PiggyWagon. Today we've got Liam's 2015 Ford Explorer. Clearly it used to be a cop car. This is a covert unit. That means that police officers are not there to protect and serve. They are there to oppress and punish. But that's not the political discussion we're going to get into today. Let's talk about the work that I did on this thing. So generally speaking, when these vehicles go up for auction for sale to the general public, somebody goes through and basically undoes all of the work that the upfitter did, which basically means that when you have these LED strobe bars or whatever, they cut all of the wiring and make sure that it cannot look or behave like a cop car ever again. However, in this very weird particular case, they left a lot of the equipment on this vehicle. And so the dude that bought it, apparently for whatever reason, really wants to kind of not emulate a cop, but also sort of emulate a cop. And who am I to tell people what to do with their money? So of course I'll take it and I will do it. So here's what I did. Inside of the headlights, there are strobes right inside of there. The install of this was atrociously terrible. I mean, there was a wire right across it. I just don't understand these upfitter guys. They're so lazy. But either way, so I fixed the wire that was in there and I rewired that guy. There's also two right up front into the grill. Now I warned this dude that there was no way to know what color these strobes were, and he assured me they are all white, but as you are gonna see, these are definitely not white. And again, we have one in the side of the headlight right there. Now moving on to the mirrors, we have the little skull caps that have built-in wheel-in strobe lights as well. These are actually technically red strobe lights, but they do have white illuminating LEDs, and those are what I wired up. Now all of the wiring was cut on the back side of these, so basically I had to take all of this assembly apart, run wiring through there, through the door, through the grommet, into the cabin, and connect it with the other side as well. In case you wanted to see what the other side looks like, oh my goodness, it looks almost exactly the same, which is what you would expect. Now the actual assignment was to make all of these strobe lights come on solid with the high beams. It's a very weird request and a very labor-intensive request, I'd like to add. However, it was the request and I aim to please. So let me show you my super sweet custom patent pending high beam holding device. It's this guy right here, because for some reason on the cop cars, basically the high beam doesn't stay in locked position. So this is how we do it. We're gonna take that and wrap it around there and custom. Oh my God. All right, so let's take a gander at what I did here. So I've got the LED strobe that is currently on steady solid right there. We got the high beams on right there. As I said, it's a red and blue strobe that is on solid. And then we've got a solid guy right there. And then over here, like I said, this was a red strobe, but it does have side marker illumination. So I just wired up those. And then we've got the guy over on that mirror as well. So ta-da, this is the assignment. 6 strobe lights that were OEM equipment on a cop car that I have reprogrammed to be solid and then wired into the high beam. That's it. That's what I did. I appreciate the assignment for being unique and kind of challenging, but ultimately I absolutely despise bully bars. Anytime there's a metal bumper or a bully bar, I hate them. I think they should be illegal. They remove the safety feature of crumple zones and bumpers, which are filled with foam specifically to absorb impact. So these cause injuries. Again, police are not there to protect you. They are there to harm you. Another thing that I did on this vehicle is these guys right here. These are, again, just LED strobes. They were multicolored strobes, which is pretty cool, but I have them set up as solid red, and the wiring just kind of goes up inside of that into the door hatch, and then woo, all the way around and tapped into the brake lights. Braking! Look at that! Oh my goodness, it's so much brighter now. That's cool. Now, I will admit I'm always a fan of auxiliary brake lights, so I am a big fan of this modification. Voila, that's it. Took just under 8 hours to do all of that wiring modification, so I'm not really honestly gonna admit that I think it was worth the money, but you know what? It is to him, and that's all that matters because I work for other people, not for myself. I've been pretty mean and insulting throughout this entire build, but that's all in good fun. Not all cops are bad people. In fact, some of them aren't even people, and this is absolutely gonna be the most downvoted video I ever post on YouTube. So that's all I gotta say on this one. Pricing and product information is gonna be in the video description. If you're interested in a build for yourself, of course, submit a build request via the form on the website. The link for that will also be in the video description. This is 13 with Superior Mobile by 13. Thanks so much for watching. I will talk to you later. Bye.